Other comments? I might say that's 26 pages in case anybody wants to know how those names show up. This is an action item. You're requesting us to consider this proposal and presented that to the board. So at this time, I would accept a motion from a board member.
I move that the Board of Education of Weld County School District 6 approve the name change request for S. Christa McAuliffe Elementary School to S. Christa McAuliffe STEM Academy as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. It's time for some discussion, some questions. Dr. Richard.
So as you move to be a STEM school, will you continue to be a neighborhood school, or how will students be able to be a part of that?
We would like to keep our same neighborhood feel, but we also want to make sure that the families have the opportunity of choice, just like other schools. So through open enrollment, if they would choose to come, we would have them. But we still would like to keep that neighborhood feel, and we would like to have people feel welcome when they walk in the door to be able to complete their whole elementary and middle school careers in our K-8 setting.
Okay. And so if I live in your neighborhood and my child goes to your school, and let's say my child is not necessarily science, technology, or engineering or math oriented, are they still going to fit in there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we'll still have that high quality education and that instruction that we want. We'll give kids the opportunity to focus on the STEM pieces and have those opportunities. But if that's not a niche for kids, I still think they can feel like they're a part of the community and they can succeed and excel in the areas that they want as well.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Pappas?
I just want to say that having gone through a building level decision to change a school, and the process that you had to go through takes a lot of time and effort, and you put a lot of work into this, which I really appreciate. And I wish you luck in your K-8 academy. And then I also want to just commend you for being leaders in moving forward with our strategic plan, and as other buildings, as Dr. Pilch mentioned, we look forward to them coming as well and following your lead in this initiative. So thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Hall?
Congratulations on your idea, on your brainchild. So just so we're clear, is the K-8, does it implement one grade per year, or are you going to try to implement the other 3 grades this year?
No, we would like to move up 1 grade at a time, so that way we can still keep that neighborhood feel, and we'll grow up with kids. And then as people want to add in through open enrollment, we'll do that. But then the following year we would add 7th grade, and the following year we would add 8th grade. So that way we can plan and make sure we have a solid plan as we implement all the way through.
Good, thank you.
Other comments or questions from the board? Dr. Richard, did you want to? I think your light's on. Just so you didn't have another comment. I don't want to ignore you. One of the things you mentioned is that this has been a year of learning and a lot of opportunity to try to get this thing right. And I guess you represent a reservoir of information for us. We have an obligation to serve all the kids in our district. It's part of our strategic plan every child can achieve. And I guess what we would probably want to try to draft you to do is to assist others who are maybe considering taking this review of their school to try to right-size it and identify it in a unique way, and hopefully be available to kind of guide them, tell them what not to do, if nothing else, based on your experiences this past year.
I think that what has been important is first just start with Dr. Pilch, and we had an idea to move forward with that, and so I appreciate her help there. But then from there, it was just taking the time to listen to staff and listen to parents and really understanding what their needs are, and then from there, putting a plan together and moving forward a step at a time. This will be an ongoing process for us. We have a lot of things in place right now, but we want this to be a strong implementation over the next 3 years. So we're currently putting together a task force that will involve staff, parents, community members, and even we want a few students on there as well. So that way we have that input, and all the way along the way for a full 3-year implementation, we have input along the way.
Great. Mr. Hall.
I just wanted to add one more thing. I wanted to commend you and for your leadership in innovation, in thinking out of the box, in thinking differently on something to do as we go into this next phase. That's primarily what just about every board member on here has has desired and has wanted to see happen, coming from the field offices where the true rubber hits the road, so to speak. And I hope that what you guys have done in innovation and thinking out of that box sets an example for the district as we go forward, because that's what our strategic plan is. So,
Thank you.
These are all requests in your spare time, on top of what you've already done, I guess to say. Other comments from the board? I think it's time for a roll call, Ms. Richards.
Mr. DeWitt,
Aye.
Mr. Hafley,
aye.
Mr. Hall,
Aye.
Mr. Lydiak,
Aye.
Ms. Pappas,
Aye.
Dr. Richard,
Aye.
Mrs. Solis. Aye. Motion carries 7-0.
You're going to have to remind us what your name is when we run into you at the store. Say, well, what was your name again? Oh, and you're going to have to put that stem on there for us every once in a
Right?
while.
We'll get it on now.
Be gentle. We're slow to remember. Thanks.
Thank you again for your support.
Congratulations.
Great job. Thank you.
Well, the next item is the employee benefits renewal item. And Dr. Pilch, I'm leaning your way again. This is an action item, and I'd be glad to accept a motion at this time. Are we worn out? Here we go. I'm sorry.
I move that the Board of Education of Weld County School District 6 approve the insurance renewal as presented and authorize the officers to sign any and all contracts.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Dr. Pilch.
Well, I think the ladies have joined us at the podium, so I'm happy to introduce Pat Otto, the president of the Greeley Education Association, and Megan Sponsler, our chief financial officer, who will walk us through the employee benefits renewal information. Thanks.
Okay, so I'm going to do the first couple of slides, and Megan will finish up with more of the financial piece. So the Benefits Committee, it's outlined in the master contract, and this committee is charged with studying the oversight and the evaluation for employee benefits. The committee also makes recommendations for benefits package that's available to all employees. The committee membership, it's made up of representatives from across the district. We have GEA representation, we have classified council representation, and we have district administration representation on that. So we feel like we're hitting all pieces of the district when we have this committee and we meet. The committee's work, traditionally when we meet, which usually starts around late January, early February, we look at claims history, trends, concerns. We look at either any benchmark data, high-cost claims, healthcare reforms. We get updates from the Wellness Committee, and then the benefit plan renewals. We look at Flood and Peterson bring us proposals. We look at all those proposals. We weigh the pros and cons of all of that through our work, and then we make a decision after that of our recommendation to you.
So our recommendation is basically to stick with the same plans that we are currently offering. We were very fortunate to receive a minimal increase in premium cost with this renewal. So we will again have 4 different options for employees. The district will pay for the whole health with the HSA option plan. And then if employees choose to opt for a different plan, then they can pay that incremental difference. So what does that mean in terms of dollars and cents? The district employs a lot of people, so when you add all of those premiums up together, we spend over $13 million a year on health insurance premiums. Approximately $2 million of that is covered by employees when they add either children or spouses or families onto their plan, or if they choose to pay for one of those additional plan options. So the 3% increase in premiums equates to approximately $390,000 for the district. Our dental recommendation is to, again, renew with Aetna. there would be no change to the current plan. There's just a very slight increase, I believe it was 9 cents per person per month, for the administration fee, which equates to about $1,800 for the year. The vision coverage recommendation is to renew with IMED Vision Care. Again, no changes to the current plan, and we have a rate guarantee, so the rates will remain the same. And then the life insurance recommendation is again to renew with Aetna. There's no change to the rates and no change to the plan. So at this time, we'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you very much. Now, to set the record straight, the board, work session spent a little bit of time discussing this at great length, I think. And if we've got that many million reasons to pay attention to the insurance availability and the cost to our employees, we certainly wanted to pay attention. Our consultants, Flood and Peterson, pointed out that through close cooperation with our own staff, they were able to kind of find the best deal and find a way that would keep our employees adequately covered. And this is a not easy thing to do under the current circumstances with health changes in the United States. So I want to thank, obviously, our consultants, but obviously, once again, our employees who are in the trenches to make sure that we get the right deal for the employees that deserve this benefit. With that paid political announcement, do we have any other comments or questions? We did go through this earlier this evening. Well, I think it might be time for another roll call. Ms. Richards?
Mr. DeWitt?
Aye.
Mr. Hafley?
Aye.
Mr. Hall?
Aye.
Mr. Lydiak?
Aye.
Ms. Pappas?
Aye.
Dr. Richard?
Aye.
Mrs. Solis?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0.
A little sigh of relief there for the committee, and thank your members as well for us, please. Well, this concludes our agenda this evening. We are adjourned. Good night.